Hey there, folks. This is David on David's Brain, and welcome back to technically the first part of our Let's Play of Metaphor ReFantazio, the full version this time, for the PS5. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, and contribute to my Patreon. Links in the description at the bottom. Yes, folks, I finally pulled the trigger. I got Metaphor ReFantazio on sale for like $52 on Cyber Monday, but, hey, I still got it because no matter how good a game is, $70 is a no-go for me. And yeah, we already seen this part.
I trust this will suffice.
Just to refresh.
God smiles upon the generous.
Very generous.
Oh, away with you! Back to your cesspit, beggar!
Oh, hi, Griffith.
Grotesque as its people. You dreamt of utopia. You saw the tribes united as one.
Oh.
That dream died long ago. You should have done the same.
Are you here to bring me my pudding?
Your kingdom will perish alongside you.
Oh, you're sure about that? Oh, have I got a surprise for you, asshole?
By my hand.
I cannot fathom it. His Majesty killed in his own bed.
The blooms upon the prince's grave had yet to wilt. Without an heir to wear the crown, what will become of the royal magic?
Thus vulnerable, an invasion might undo us.
From within or without, the state hangs on a precipice. It may even come to civil war.
In dark times, we must stand together.
Your Eminence.
Who could do this? Few could even enter the king's chambers, let alone draw close. And yet
His Majesty's arcane power could deflect near any blade. With all the royal bloodline's magic, who could harm him at all?
shadows stir in the castle just as they did with the prince. What hellbound soul could end a royal life? Who would dare such atrocity? Huh?
Ooh, indeed.
Luis. A shame to die with no heirs. The prince was taken too soon. And only a king may wield the royal scepter, the very crux of his vaunted bloodline's magic, which made such a fine deterrent to war. One has to ask, them dead, who shall take the throne?
Yeah, no, he's totally not Griffith. I don't know what you're talking about. He's definitely not Griffith. And yeah, this is new. And yeah, boy was Lewis not expecting, what the king to just suddenly just, oh yes, at his funeral, oh yes, he's dead, blah blah, oh yes, now I'm giant satanic Zordon, and basically, the new elections, the new king will be decided by a royal popularity contest. So get out there, get the votes, and, oh yes, and then, yeah, Lewis just revealed, yes, I was the one who killed him, so what? And yeah, so, let's see, we finally managed to defeat that Minotaur inside the corridor for that side quest. Although, yeah, I wasn't exactly too happy that Hulkenberg when it got taken out. You know what I mean? Yeah, totally my fault, by the way. Anyways, yeah, I went back and yeah, I managed to defeat him properly. A lot easier the second time, by the way, or fourth or fifth. Oh yeah, and because I got the physical edition, I got some DLC in Academia. Yeah, did a little bit of grinding and
What now?
Yep. Let's see. All right. Again, time for recap. Death of a king. In a corner of the world occupied by 8 tribes, the kingdom of Uchronia rests on a precipice. Its king and heir both lie dead. With no clear line to the throne, the people fear a power struggle. Amidst the unease, a boy of a lesser-seen, oft-maligned Elder tribe makes his way to this kingdom's capital. Accompanied by the fairy Gallica, his duty is to deliver a secret message. And because I'm a big old smarty smart pants, I decided to name him Morpheus after, well, Dream from the old Game and Sandman run. Yeah. Well, lucky I didn't name him Danny. Probably should have. Whatever. Anyways, the special mission in question. In truth, the land's prince was not dead, merely sleeping. Ah, yeah, you see, it turns out that he was only mostly dead. There's a big difference there. He was saved from the brink of death, yet by a curse's power, he lies in a slumbering false death, kept secret by the Resistance. The Resistance exists to safeguard the prince and carry on his will. It is they who took in this solitary boy and raised him to be a spy. Now he infiltrates the army to deliver their orders. The border fort. Having enlisted, the boy heads for Northern Fort, where his Resistance ally awaits. He prevents the warrior's stroll on the way. A genial young Clamar man who stood up for him in the barracks. After a long journey, the unit approaches the fort, but a mortally wounded soldier staggers out, grasping a warning. Stroll's cautions go unheeded. The captain orders a direct charge. Because, yeah, turns out the captain himself was an asshole too, working for Lewis. Assassination orders. The boy and his allies confront a ferocious, deformed monster called a human. Seeing Stroll about to die, the boy awakens to a hidden power, slaying the human with unnatural strength. Yes, he has a stand! Sort of. Although shaken by the events, the boy soon encounters his resistant ally, Grius. Grius, our boy. Calico delivers the message. Grius is to assassinate Louise, the villain who cursed the prince. Between fantasy and reality. In order to save the cursed prince, Louise must be assassinated, and the party hardens their resolve for the task ahead. In his dreams, the boy meets Moore, a fantasy novelist who seems knowledgeable about the mysterious power of the archetypes. Moore describes it as the power for heroes alone, a power to change the world. With much on their minds, the party prepares to cut through the Doran mines to reach the capital by the king's funeral. And yeah, Second Awakening. The group cuts through the Doran mines to get back before the royal funeral, but find Klinger, the captain, waiting for them. He led the soldiers to their deaths that Louise might reap the benefits. The truth sets a fire burning in Stroll's heart. He awakens to a power much like the boys, and with it defeats the captain. Swearing to bring Louise to justice, he and the group escape the mines. And because I'm kind of crazy, thanks to me, Grius also awakened to the power of archetypes, and they slew a friggin' dragon! Anyways, the Hushed Honeybee Inn. The party reaches the capital in time for the eve of the funeral and heads for one of the local inns, the Hushed Honeybee. There they find the innkeeper, Fabian, and Grius' daughter, Maria. Maria! Only she winds up better than that other Maria. Grius explains his plan, to assassinate Louise halfway through the king's funeral. While the others infiltrate the grounds and spread disorder, he'll strike the killing blow. And, yeah, sounds good on paper, but... yeah, again, the satanic Zordon shows up here. At the royal funeral, Louise appears, bearing royal flowers and a human's corpse. He names himself king, and abruptly, the palace rises into the air. On the other side, the Ling King's face appears. The king monolith proclaims that the crown will fall to whoever has the people's support. In the chaos, Grius lunges for Louise, but a royal magic freezes him in place, and Louise kills him. Well, wow, yeah, so because right now Louise has the highest support of the people, he's basically invincible. Amid the chaos, the necromancer serving Louise barricades himself in the cathedral hostages, hinting at a day of calamity. Joined by the red-dressed knight Hulkenberg, the party pursues. And yeah, that necromancer, yeah, that's the first of Louise's generals that we gotta take out. The ex-royal guard. The destruction of the Grand Cathedral forces a temporary retreat. Hulkenberg reveals she was once part of the prince's personal guard. Agrias was Alcis, the prince's sword instructor. Trusting the boy as Grias' ally, Hulkenberg offers her aid. To reclaim the Grand Cathedral, they plan to infiltrate by way of the underground mausoleum. A knight's return. In the depths, they face Grias, his body made a ghoulish puppet by the necromancer's magic. His power and her own guilt are too much for Hulkenberg, who faces her death with despair. The prince yet lives, the boy says, and these words stir Hulkenberg's dutiful heart to awaken. With newfound power and knowing the truth, she pledges herself anew to the party's aims. Everybody got that? Yep, battle, dungeons, yeah, I'll take care of that later, whatever. And yep, last time we completed the quest, the Bullish Embargo. I defeated the Guataros and obtained its horn. I should report back to Brigitte, the shopkeeper at the Uniter shop called Lyton Magic Association in Grand Contrat. Let's see, calendar. And yep, there's the deadline. Oh, yeah, dragons, humans, Magla Hollows, history, the people, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. Yeah, blah blah blah, yakety schmackety, homina 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 homina. Oh yeah, and the brawler was a really big help. Alright. Anyways, got everything all squared up. So let's check it on more and see what we go. Check them on more and see what goodies we got.
Right.
Yes. I've been meaning to tell you. I was rearranging things the other day and I found something that may be useful to you on your journey. I put everything in that box atop the chair. By all means, take it. Oh, yes, this little box here? Oh, yeah, 10 heroes essences, 5 heroes fruits, $3,000, 30,000 cash, expensive medicines, revival medicines, magical breads, stale black breads. Yeesh. Yeah, a magic formula apparently written by the king. It's entitled The Royal Magic, but it's in a language I can't read. At the end of the document is the word Charlie. According to Moore, it's a person's name. The previous king must have had a strong desire behind invoking such powerful magic. The mysterious language and the name at the end surely have some significance. Still, I cannot help but feel I've forgotten something important pertaining to this script. Should you learn anything new, I would appreciate it very much if you'd share it with me. Please examine the scroll whenever you've learned new truths. Oh yeah. Big kitty. Makes me curious how he takes care of it. I don't see a brush anywhere, but whatever. Apparently it's called a celestial globe, and it models the movement of the stars. Oh yes, and lastly there's the Book of the Apocalypse. Sounds brutal.
What's this?
What's with this ominous red book? It's all chained up.
That is...
I advise you don't touch that. I have a variety of books here from all over the world. Many of them are quite pleasant reads. That one is not. Suffice it to say, it must not be read without due precaution. Yeah, in other words, yeah, saving that for New Game Plus, come back later. And yeah, the Knight, the Warrior, the Mage, the Seeker, and let's Archetype Advancement, yeah. Let's see, the Brawler and the Healer.
Please, do make yourselves comfortable.
My assignment was for you to learn the gunner, but it seems you're still working on that.
Counting on you.
Or haven't yet acquired the gunner. Perhaps you'll need to form a bond with someone more mechanically minded. Noted. Oh yeah, for the Seeker, yeah, to unlock more bonding with more. And yeah, so the Mage, the Brawler, the Knight, and the Warrior. And yeah, interesting enough for Hulkenberg to advance in her original archetype, the Knight, we need to advance the Mage. Well, I mean, she's close.
Oh. You'll come again, won't you?
I'll swing by. And then again, since I kind of advanced enough here,
What now?
I can access the archetype tree for the menu. Really useful stuff. Yeah, let's see. Increases archetype experience by 500, and yeah, I'm saving that for a little later. Let's see. Stale black bread, burnt to steel great hardness, a deadly and deadly secret weapon. Oh, so it's water holla. Got it. Let's see. Dragon's Judgment, Fist of Salvation, Serenity Scepter, Imbending Pike. And let's see, how many of those waters do I have here? Balm of Life, no. We got the Oxybo Belga Corridor. Let's see, the Walking Dead are weak to light. Right Frog Gargoyles are strong against physical attacks and weak to wind magic. Ah, right, there it is, the Blessed Water. Got it. Alright, anyways, people, let's head on back to base. It's gonna be night soon. Should we call it a day and head back?
Okay then.
And why don't we head back to the city and have a nice dinner? It'll be dark by the time we get back, so we don't have to do anything else anyway, but that's okay, right?
Right?
Tired, huh? Then let's think about what to eat. Sounds like a fair plan.
All right.
Well, it wasn't easy, but the Gotaros lies defeated and we have the proof, exactly as the woman from the Igniter shop asked of us. Once we show it to her and complete her request, we'll finally be able to shop at the members-only Igniter shop. And that will be most useful in helping us amass more firepower. I trust you'll complete the task, Morpheus. Yep. Just 8 days until the day of Calamity. We got no time to lose, considering how little we know about the guy.
Right.
Exactly. And if we can't rely on the state army to handle it, then we'll just have to stop him ourselves.
Now then.
Well, I suppose we'll have to turn in for the night once we finish our plates. Sounds fair. I'd say we've earned our rest today. Good job.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
We got a major bargain.
Islands Day is the day where the city shops at discounts. If you need anything, today's a good day to splurge. Ooh!
What's happened?
That reminds me. Did you know?
Let's see, one of the stalls by the recruitment center is run by Mustari, and I hear they sell goods from all over the kingdom. They may even have rare things for sale. Why don't you check it out if you're curious? Yeah, no, if I remember right, there was... Let's see. Ah, here we are. Alright, yep. That kid's riding a sword. Damn right.
Stinking believable.
How do you even call it the idea to ride a sword?
Oh, you're not getting off the hook for that.
Because I'm awesome, that's how.
Just can't stand it. What's it all got to do with us anyway?
Yeah, now I could just go and warp over the place like a peasant. That was a human. So the elder traveled from place to place on swords. How fascinating.
What is it?
Oh, right, before I forget. Yeah, I gotta swing by the church and get our stuff purified. Yeah, even though I friggin' hate these pricks. Yeah, they are the only place in town to go and purify our gear, so yeah, here. Here, Diddler. Today is the day of rest. For those who offer their prayers to God, we offer our services at a specially reduced rate. Let's see here. On the Demon Slayer Pike. Increases damage against demi-human type monsters and automatically increases defense at the start of combat. Ooh. Might be better to have better defensive equipment. Thank you. Automatically increases defense at the start of combat. Thank you. Oh, yeah, 20% off. So 5 bombs of life and a trophy. Hee.
Hey,
You mentioned that you could purify armor for us, but where will you find that kind of thing? I'm sure if you frequent the places warriors such as yourselves often do, they'll naturally fall into your hands. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, avert your gaze from me, peasants. My awesomeness is too blinding for you. Oh yeah, and speaking of awesomeness, hello there, Brigitte.
that reminds me.
What of the issue we discussed earlier? Here's the horn. Oh, and this would be the brute's horn. You can tell me the details inside. Come along.
Mission accomplished, then. You'll have your reward. I'll let the merchant know to allow you through as well.
Thank you. A pious igniter and extra courage.
All right.
Yeah, let's see. For my stats, let's see. Craven, I'm at least informed, inflexible, tongue-tied, and vapid. Alright, so I'm borderline useless then.
I knew an outsider would be perfect for slipping through the cracks. Clearly, you were the right man for the job. You should keep our supply lines flowing smoothly. Thanks for helping us sort this out. By the way, what do you say to more consistent work from me? I can't imagine an elder could find an honest job in this city otherwise. But I don't much care what tribe you are. I'll always make sure you're paid properly for the work you do. Besides, keeping in contact with me might have its own advantages.
So yeah, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. Alright.
All right. I accept.
A wise choice. Fine then. You seem determined enough.
Oh?
You heard nothing just now, right?
Right. Yep. I didn't hear a thing.
Right. I didn't hear anything.
That's for the best. It was just the wind. Am I clear?
I already
I've got
mentioned...
some business to attend to. We'll go our separate ways for today. However, I trust you won't be telling anyone what you think you heard. If you do tell anyone, well, I'm sure you're sharp enough to imagine the consequences. Then we have a deal.
Yeah, it says, told nobody about the absolutely nothing I heard. Sense of hidden trust beneath all the wariness Brigitte feels towards me.
The trader and iconoclast, Brigitte. Within her dwells the virtue of the merchant. Nurture thy bond with her, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
Alright, hash it out.
Interesting.
And, yep, now
Perhaps
study...
he does have hidden depths.
The merchant. And now visit the Lycan Magic Association and Dyer Shop in Grand Trad. Alright, we got the power of the merchant, the haggler even. I can sense the heroic embodiment of the merchant for Brigitte. You now study the merchant in academia. Try to see what new powers await you. I can now buy things from Grand Trad's Igniter Shop due to the effects of proof of membership.
You'll pick up your next job here. Come back another day.
Roger Wilco. Back to the hushed honeybee.
Please, I'm just if you could help. Incredulous. Fancy a bit of info?
Ah, even the merchant. Oh,
Want in on this?
why is there a kitchen in a tavern like this, you ask? Simple. It's because the owner here is quite the looker. I jest, but put that threatening glare away. I make my living selling information. Probably I'm just a wanted man.
I'm just please. If you can help us.
You heard this?
I hear the magic shops that's only open at night has discounts going on Idle's Day. If you got time, why not stop by? I'm more familiar with the city than you, so feel free to ask me anything. Ooh, who's this little guy here?
All right then. Let's go.
Hey,
Alright, let's get to appraising.
What now?
Alright, let's see. The Merchant. Armed with cash-fueled alchemy skills, it can increase battle rewards and provide out-of-combat support. That's a hero passive. Wow, he is a fat guy, ain't he? I mean, look at him. He's wow, he's big. Hero passive. Chance of winning a small sum of money each time an enemy is stunned or defeated in overworld combat. Let's see. Lucky find. Increases likelihood of receiving items after battle by 20%. Ooh. Let's see. Increases effects of consumables by 1.2%. Increases further the archetype or same lineage or present. Dodge fire attacks and deck collection. Steals back from one enemy. Ooh. And gold attack. Deals weak almighty damage to one enemy at a high crit rate. Let's see. Fortune slots. Low hit rate, but all hits deal critical physical almighty damage. Well, not surprisingly, it does cause a pretty penny. But hey,
I see.
this is definitely an investment.
Fascinating.
The Merchant. This is the archetype you says for Brigitte's way of life.
Here.
Its heroic embodiment is that of the prudent arbiter. Who bridges the gaps between others, fostering new values and new places of belonging.
All right.
250 magnetite is required to channel the merchant for the first time. Yep. Let's start rolling in the dough.
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
And so be it. By shared resolve and honored creed, take new form as a merchant. O worthy heart, who tempers anxiety into strength, if thou art prepared to disavow martial might and support society from within the shadow of coin, I shall bestow upon thee our soul, the soul of the merchant.
Really?
So this is the power of the merchant's soul. The power to use money to achieve victory and reap the rewards. I'll put it to good use. It's yet another way to fight.
Good. I'm still getting stronger.
Let's see, it is an abacus. Oh boy. Let's see. Agrees with the soul of a royal guard who shielded the king. Cast Rakukaja at the start of a battle, +2 to endurance and +2 agility.
Hello there.
Take a look around. My places are lower on Idol's Day. Alright, 2 superior rusted long arms. Ah, 2 cooling staffs. Ooh, that's costs a pretty penny.
Now then. Now then. Now then.
That is a pretty penny. Ooh.
All right then.
Let's go. This is on sale right now.
Well, I mean, it's always available on Idol's Day, right? So, probably when I take care of the Necromancer, I'll come back to get the tuxedo. Alright, yeah, that thing is definitely going to come in handy at some point.
What is it? Huh?
All right then. Go.
And now there should be someone around here to talk to. Ah! Right, hit this guy. What are you looking at, Elder? Judge of my Signida, are you? Tough luck, kid. He's a premium product. I paid a boatload to join us, now bugger off. Yeah, what is it? Oh, you don't know what this is? What backwater village did you crawl out of? It has been sucked out all that hazy gloom pent up inside your body. Then you breathe out and you get real lightheaded. And what's more, a little mag builds up inside. A piffling bit to be sure, but it still fetches a price in the exchange. In any case, ignorance like this are for adults only, not hollow-headed brats like you.
What now?
Signiter. So it's a vape pen. A device that allows one to rid the body of excess macula by exhaling from it. It's called a signiter because the refreshing way to release nervousness and gloom. The macula expelled by the device accumulates as crystals, which can be sold for a price depending on size. As a result, they're often bought by commoners despite being fairly expensive. Where exactly does that build up then?
All right.
You there. You know what they sell at this store? Hypothetically, if you do, don't tell anyone else. Without this store, folks like us won't be able to use magic. We won't be able to protect ourselves. This shop's owner is risking their neck first, so don't say anything you don't need to.
Don't worry, I'm keeping my trap shut.
Say there.
Today's Idle Day, so I'm happy to offer the customary discount, but my goods aren't especially legal.
Let's see, a Praetorian cloth. Let's see, has the turn cost of using guard. Reduces the cost of guard commanded by half. Let's see, Phantasmal Doll. Able to perform 2 consecutive actions. Ooh. Let's see, a Plague Mask. Polarity Magnet.
The world should revolve around the privileged few who can afford expensive igniters. Consequently, my wares are distinguished by their affordability and utility. Well, except for the rings, that is. And the most valuable, and not easily as handled as an igniter. Only a true mage can utilize their real power. If you're confident in your magic abilities, why not give them a chance?
What now?
Say there.
All right then. Go.
I'm out of ideas.
Oh, Stroll. I can hear Maria crying through the wall some nights. It breaks my heart every time. Oh yeah, that. I hope it could cheer her up, brighten her spirits the way the Grand Trad becomes a light at night.
Why is it that, no matter how much I eat during the day, I feel oddly peckish just before sleep? Almost all the shops I used to know in the capital have been replaced now. All the unfamiliar signs. I suppose time marches on with or without us. Well, hey, that just means you gotta go out and find some new places then.
What am I gonna do?
Oh, an elder, huh? Well, I don't mind you coming in if you're just going to eat. Sorry, but could I ask you to keep your head down? The Sanctus pilgrims don't hide their contempt for the elder if they see you. What do you think of the Grand Cathedral incident? Is there anything to know beyond it's all become a right mess? It's all that the customers chatter about now, and this whinging about how terrified they are of the humans, and I've got to stand here when the tears start flowing and the ale kicks in. But even after all that's happened, some of them still support Louis. Boggles the mind, I tell you.
What am I gonna do, eh?
Let's see. Oh, why do they hate the elder? Just so we're clear, it's not me who hates you, kind, it's my customers. To be honest, I couldn't care less about tribal sensitivities. I once tried to hire a papyrus girl, but the regulars wouldn't stand for it. Something about her being filthy, although if I could speak clearly, I'd say the same thing of almost a Clemar. There's no calm way to say it, but it's simply how things are in both this city and this country. Take care of your business and be on your way, please. For both our sakes.
What am I gonna do?
Alright, what can you tell me about this town? What's all this then? Not much to tell, really. Grand Trad's the capital of this country. So Lumia Street, where we are now, is where you'll find churches and iron shops. In other words, the city's privilege are concentrated here. Straight ahead is the regular Grand Cathedral and the nearby market, which gets quite lively at night. If you head down further, you'll find Sunshade Row, an unpleasant place, where you'll find the gallows. Best to avoid that place, I think. Well, I think that about does it. I suppose from a traveller's viewpoint, it's quite the city. I don't know why you come to me for that. Nobody else would talk to you. Oh, for goodness sake, lad. Well, I mean, hey, you said yourself they pretty much hate my guts because, well, I dare to exist. So... Oh.
Hey!
What's this then? You kind of picked this one over too. I hate to tell you, he's got nothing worth taking. Is he alright?
You are.
What? Never seen someone hit by this before. Just look at him. Of course he's not alright. Like somebody moves him along during the day. Come night, he's always around these parts moaning like a ghoul. Why sympathy trying to look out for these times? Not exactly a rare sight in this town. What exactly? Say he's full of brain sick unfortunates like him. That's... Yeah, it's gotten to the point where there's so many of them in this town that... so many people just lying out in the streets at night and nobody... that's become a common occurrence. Gee whiz, I wonder what that means.
I'm absolutely drenched.
I hate getting rained on, but amidst the recent chaos, it's nice to have a quiet here again. Louis sure got our attention, making us show that human corpse in the Grand Cathedral. I heard Louis slew that human all by himself. Apparently put magic into his sword and finished it with a single blow. And took it down on his own, eh? Lycion shop overhead has them. The state army uses the layers igniters as well. Still, there are no signs the bedlam of the Grand Cathedral will stop anytime soon. So without Louis, the country would have a fine chance against humans, would it? And yeah, that's why Louis was doing a good chunk of what he did. And yeah, why he left Stroll's village to rot. To go and show the people that, the humans are an actual threat. A threat for him to capitalize on.
Welcome.
I've been informed that we will allow you to purchase our magic igniters. Those were the words of the association's Brigitte Lacion herself. With that being the case, allow me to help you in finding an igniter that suits your needs.
You have my thanks.
Those who see duty through to completion should be fairly compensated. The store's wares are yours to peruse from now on. Alright, awesome! Let's see, a Blaze Igniter, Hail Igniter, Bolt Igniter, Gale Igniter, Shine Igniter. Ooh, that would have been pretty useful.
An
intriguing offer.
Good sir, it appears you developed quite a rapport with our field representative. Do be careful.
Yeah, I know she can be a bit shady, but trust me, I can out bullshit a bullshitter.
Ridiculous. Why, you little...
Now, if I remember right, there was something to do over by
This rain just makes... You there? Bye-bye now.
Sorry, Chief. Yeah, just checking around here to make sure there's any, and keeping my ear to the ground.
What's the world coming to?
We have guards even those already. Good job, man. Real tough job you got there, eh? Of course it's not like I'm trying to do anything bad, but when I'm standing around town like that, it's bad for business, you know? For the royal funeral, I thought business in the night market would be up and up, but the foot traffic's been abysmal lately. I'm glad I didn't get any better human and all, but still.
Yeah, I got a real tough job just standing around there picking their noses.
My husband?
Rain. But my comrades in arms still in there. What is it? Hello there.
What business have you at the Grand Cathedral?
Sure. We were just curious about the rock. Can we just take a look at it and be on our way?
Isn't that...
So it seems that the bigger the candidate's face on the rock, the more qualified they are to be king.
Let's see.
Doesn't look like the order's changed at all since we saw it last. Thou who art destined to become king, a locus of his people's support, great custodian of their anxieties. At the foot of this monumental stone will their feelings gather as mag.
'Tis in thy hands now.
To thee, by thy daily standing accumulated, by which thy growth is empowered, this mag is henceforth entrusted.
Ooh! Support rankings at the giant rock. Oh my god, a giant rock! Due to the king's magic, the faces of the highest ranking candidates have appeared on gigantic stones called coronation rocks, which have appeared throughout the land. Interact with them to see who's on top. An amount of mag equal to the people's faith in the protagonist will accumulate at coronation rocks. You can collect days worth of accumulation at once. So yeah, no need to worry about skipping a day or so. The higher the protagonist's popularity, the more mag there is to collect. Be proactive in resolving people's requests to gain popularity.
Yep.
Now we know where we stand. Shall we get back to it?
Ooh. As of yet, thou art but a nameless wretch. In the time to come, we shall judge if thou art a worthy vessel for our power. The true king, who the people wouldst choose, must be a culmination of the heroes of Eld. If thou shouldst use thy power as 'tis meant to be, the path shall be open before thee. Use thy strength for justice, and save the people of the realm. Make real the world that was beyond our grasp.
It's true that under the king's rules, anyone could be crowned. Even you. But I think stopping this calamity is way more important than worrying about that right now.
Well, I mean, if we work for the prince, then technically, then technically we just kind of be a seat warmer.
Oh there. Until we meet again, then. Can hardly believe such a thing.
What now?
Once they got plenty of red grass, the luminous spear. Let's see, the innocent abacus. An unremarkable abacus received for more. Let's see, the sentinel greaves, and ooh, a new pious igniter. Let's see, a simple recovery igniter enables the multi-target recovery skill Mage Devotion when equipped. And yeah, it looks like the merchant can, well, can't inherit any skills. That's a bit of a pickle. And it looks like only the official shops have, the brick and mortar stores are actually offer the discount on these on Idol's Day.
What now?
On the big bargain day. And ooh, weapon and armor discount on the 29th. Definitely got to keep that in mind to get that tuxedo.
Can we talk?
Thanks.
Ooh, some blue cheese.
I'm chuffed. I got low prices.
Oh, okay, so I was wrong then. Okay, so it looks like the stores marked in red have the discount.
Dear me.
This is a most foul down.
Got a special running today. Fancy a chat?
All right then.
Let's go.
Any shelter from this?
Unstinking believable.
That damn Luis.
I just never imagined the day I meet a real one. Perhaps there's some truth to that old story after all. As a boy, my parents would tell me stories about fairies before bed. Would you care for me to tell you one?
I wonder.
So you grew up on fairy tales. And now why do you got fairies on the mind? And what do you think? Want to listen to the elder? Yep. Well, got nothing else better to do, so...
My thanks.
Imagine that. Can't you tell a fairy tale to a real fairy? Come, let's find a table at the tavern.
Long ago.
Now, this story goes back to my grandfather's grandfather. Once, far, far away, there was a village out in the countryside. There was a cave nearby that the villagers prohibited anyone from entering. One day, my ancestor, who was just a boy then, decided he had to see it for himself.
Come on.
So he defied his elders? Your ancestor sounds like a real handful. And it runs in the family. Anyway, sure enough, he ventured deep inside and soon became swallowed in darkness, hopelessly lost. A handful or not, he was still just a boy. His bravery failed him. He sank to his knees in the dark, crying pitifully.
Nevertheless.
But then, something fainted a warm light caught his eye as it approached him. A little light actually spoke, saying, "Pipe down, you can't cry in a place like this." He was shocked. After he got a good look at it, the boy realized it was a fairy pulsing with light. He was so relieved his tears only magnified. But the fairy couldn't bear it. Throwing her arms up, she said, "If you want to cry so badly, fine. Suit yourself," and she left. Before he knew it, the fairy returned. "Come on, follow me," she said. "I'll show you the way out." You see, she had sensed a dangerous beast deep in the cave, and compassion won the day. She decided to get him safely back to the entrance.
Oh, yeah?
Huh. I thought the fairy was kind of cruel at first, but I guess she had a good heart. And when they arrived at the cave's mouth, the boy turned to thank the fairy, but she had already disappeared into thin air. Time marched on, and he grew into an adult. He visited the cave countless times, hoping to find and thank her, but he never saw her again as long as he lived.
Oh my.
Oh, but look at the time. We better pick this up again later. If you'd like to know the ending, I'll be around. Thank you.
All right. Well then.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
What now?
What's happened?
What now?
Alright, fairies. Intelligent life forms that originated separately for the 8 tribes. Fairies are magical beings whose lives are dependent on magic itself. Their wings are organs of magical conveyance, making them float naturally, so they only flatten to stabilize themselves in the air. Fairies can also sense the presence or absence of magla around them through their 5 senses. It's a skill that can be shared among fairies and, with training, can even be shared with people for short periods of time. In ancient times, the skill was called Fey Sight, and was quite prized. It's been told that even kings sometimes took fairies with them on their journeys. Although different sexes exist, it's difficult to visually discern as their appearance does not change with age. So what, all fairies look alike? Yeah, whatever. Alright, let's go and swing by that stone again and see if we can pick up some more magnetite.
Ridiculous. Human. This is all right. Idiot peasants.
This man is charged with the murder of a Clermont woman. The distressed man came upon the woman at night and... Oh, damn free, just kill him already! As much as I like to, we can't just step in and stop them, though. Let's just get out of here. Mind if I just tune out for a sec there?
Where was I?
Well, well.
I sense the presence of a new archetype. Might I see them if you have a mind to show me?
I've been waiting.
Yep, the merchant. Oh, good. I get... good. I can still give him skills. Awesome.
Yes, that's right.
The Grand Cathedral. I recall visiting a few times. An iconic structure and a symbol of the sheer power sanctism holds in the kingdom. I believe it was also where they kept the royal scepter, an instrument of the royal magic. That lofty power said to shake the world's very foundation. Should that scepter fall into the wrong hands, it would spell dire consequences for the country, not the least of which fracturing the much-needed faith of the people. The man you stand against, the man known as Louis, may be one of the most powerful wielders of magic alive today.
Fascinating.
If you would fight, you must strive to reach the pinnacle of your archetype, and train well alongside your allies. Indeed, I am curious to see who prevails. Well, better get comfy. And yep, the merchant. In times of yore, there lived heroes who eschewed the blade, but won their fortune through masterful negotiation. Their souls together form the power of the merchant. Among them, the elite who seeks to control the world of profits and losses, finding victory in superior deal-making, I dub the tycoon. Alright, till next time folks, this is David on David's Brain. See you when I see ya. Bye-bye.